Hi, I'm Moving Messier, and I'm here to guide you through your self-improvement journey. Today's lesson is about dopamine. Dopamine is that feeling or like that hormone that gives us the feelings we feel when we feel good about doing something or watching something. Like anything really gives us dopamine. But like nowadays, dopamine is so easy to get. Like you can just open Instagram and scroll for like 3 minutes and you've got your dopamine levels so high that you can't even process or like remember what the past three videos have like said or anything, because your dopamine is just like so high and so fried that it just burns you out. But that's the problem with that type of dopamine, like from the free dopamine you get from scrolling. Like it does not last. It bumps your dopamine so high in so little time that it doesn't last like long. It you have to keep on scrolling to keep on getting dopamine, and that's why we live in a dopamine driven society right now. Like you can see kids or like even adults who cannot do anything if they don't have any source of dopamine with them. Like they're cooking and they have to be watching a series or watching TV. Or like kids, they cannot eat without being on the phone, or like they cannot do anything without being on the phone, and they throw tantrums and like are so annoying just because they have become so dependent on that dopamine. I saw this happen to myself like after the pandemic. Like I didn't do anything else other than video games, and like that's why video games are so addictive and like so they have grown so much, is because like they bump up your dopamine so much, and they somehow simulate like real life in like how you can grind to get new stuff, and that gives you dopamine, but it's truly like an empty type of dopamine. Because for example, with me, I played Fortnite for years and years, and like finishing the battle pass, or like which is like the in-game reward system that you pay for basically. Like finishing the battle pass gave me so much dopamine that I every single season I just needed to grind to finish the battle pass as soon as possible, and that led me to playing for 12 hours a day, while as well scrolling through Instagram, because like that dopamine did not last. I needed more and more, and that led me to have like hours and upon hours of like being onto devices at the same time. And you might be asking, like, how is this dopamine empty if you are completing like a task? And that's the thing. That's why video games feel like you're completing a task, but truly you aren't. You, like for example, with the same example, the Fortnite Battle Pass. I finished the pass, but I didn't really have anything to show for it other than in-game rewards. Like in reality, I only spent like 12 hours a day for like a full month sitting on a chair. Like I didn't really accomplish anything. And like yeah, it might bring you like how can you call it, respect, or respect. It's not truly respect, because like they don't respect you with anything, but like people telling you, and it's not really people who truly respect you anyways, but people telling you, oh, like, wow, how did you do it, or like showing interest on it. But it's people who are also addicted to the same thing as you, and that does not bring you growth. And that's what I couldn't understand, that my father was trying to teach me. And that's why now I've started grinding like IRL stuff, like in real life. One of the things that I started grinding was the gym, and really not really the gym, because I don't have a gym subscription or a gym membership anymore. But like working out and building a good physique is something that if you grind it, it gives dopamine first of all, and second of all, it also brings you respect out of people, which is why most gamers really grind their video games. It's for their respect, and that respect also brings dopamine. taking over control over your dopamine levels is not really that hard. You just need to really get like true lasting dopamine, if you can say it that way. Like, you just gotta grind IRL stuff. Like, doing any sports brings you dopamine, not only throughout training and playing the sport like I do with volleyball, but also like working out, building a physique brings you dopamine, as I already said. I don't know, cooking and learning a new skill brings you more long lasting, like kind of long lasting dopamine, because you can do it over and over again, and it's like a way of learning, because it's a type of dopamine that brings you growth, and that's what you need to seek: dopamine that brings you growth. Because like free dopamine, like you can just open Instagram if you are feeling like sad and don't really have any dopamine and have low dopamine levels. Like, you can just open Instagram and scroll for like 30 minutes and you will get your dopamine receptors fried, but it won't last, which will make you fall back again into it. And that's what companies like Instagram and TikTok need. And that's why their type of content is like short and really not long lasting, because they need you to get addicted to it to make money. Like, if you've been recently on TikTok or like Instagram, you can see brain rot videos like with gameplay. Like, people don't even have the attention span anymore to watch a 15-second video, that they need to see like gameplay, like Subway Surfers, Minecraft parkour, I don't know, really dumb stuff, like under a series that is already dopamine filled, like Family Guy, or I don't know, stories that are being told. Like, brain rot is so big now because people have fried their dopamine receptors for like years and years, since 2020, with super high levels of dopamine that they can't even retain information for 15 seconds. That the average attention span these days is like around 8 seconds, and people just need to keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep scrolling to get more dopamine, more dopamine, more dopamine, and that just keeps frying their brains. So that's why I tell you, search for dopamine that actually brings you growth. Get dopamine from something that makes you grow as a person, like learning a skill, editing videos, editing, like that's still a type of coping, but it's a skill that can bring you growth, because it can be your work to edit videos from people, and like that will get you an income. But do something that brings you growth, and that's how I'm working right now. Like, it's not really that high on dopamine making these videos, but like it does bring me dopamine, and it's a type of dopamine that lasts, because like I'm recording right now and I feel good recording. Not really, but like it brings me a type of dopamine. And like once I edit the videos, and not even more dopamine that I get. And it's like a good type of dopamine, because I'm learning stuff and I'm growing. And once I post the video, I get even more dopamine by people liking the videos and people starting to follow me. And it's just a good type of dopamine that I get from this. So you just have to take control over what brings you dopamine. Like, yeah, I still doom scroll for like 10, 15, 20 minutes a day, even sometimes even more, up to an hour. But doing this, like grinding IRL, grinding in real life things, really brings you good and long lasting dopamine, because you are grown. Another type of like empty dopamine is also music. Like, yeah, video games is one, watching TV, there's many, but music is also one of them. Music has a big influence on you, not only like what you listen and like the dopamine you get from listening to it, like while working out, while going on a run, while on the car, but it also subconsciously or unconsciously affects your vocabulary. Like, I've been doing this experiment for the past 6 months. Like, I started by listening low, like it's still dopamine music, but like with clean words. Like what I've been listening to is jazz and bossa nova. It's chill music that doesn't say anything bad and like foments growth and makes you focus. But then like I tried that for 3 months and I felt good like with music, and I didn't listen to music all the time. I didn't depend on it to do stuff. But then I started listening to rap like Eminem and Drake and Kendrick Lamar, and I felt like I just needed to keep on listening to those type of songs to do stuff like working out. I couldn't work out without listening to rap, and I right now I still no, actually I don't. Like I've switched that out for what's this called, funk, and it's a. I mean, it doesn't say anything bad, so it doesn't affect me that much. But on these 3 months that I've been listening to rap, I've seen my vocabulary go like bad into bad words. I don't feel like that uh how do you say it, repulsive to bad words anymore, like I used to do when I listened to only bossa nova and jazz. Like I started even saying more bad words, like straight out cussing, and just being receptive to that type of stuff. I started like being more angry and really feeling like the emotions that the songs share within themselves. And that's like what truly rap does. And it's not really only rap, but like whatever you hear makes your mind change in some way, whether it's for the good or whether it's for the bad. Music can change your mind. I did this experiment to like feel both sides of the lever, and it's not good at all. Like I know that not not Steve Harvey, like Bill Gates and Kanye West, those type of rich millionaires, like they don't let their children listen to rap and those types of music that say bad words, because they influence you. Like they make you feel what they're trying to share, like hate, uh, what else? Hate, anger, really, really bad emotions that you are not supposed to feel, like just because, and they make you go through them, and that affects you. And how do you say, like it shrinks or like prevents you from growing as well. So I'd recommend probably listening to jazz or bossa nova as the music you can listen. But like if you're in the gym, funk is a good option as well. It's not really that, how do you say it, like dopamine filled, like that it makes you depend on it, but it's a good type of music that will make you feel like it's like soothing and chill and relaxed. And funk is like aggressive and getting you into the mood for working out. But those are my recommendations, and uh just take control over your dopamine to feel like free. Not really free, but like to feel fulfilled, like after receiving that dopamine. Just grind something that will bring you growth. And remember, Jesus Christ loves you. He's the only way to heaven. And do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.